A former Jacksonville Sheriff's officer made his first court appearance this morning. He was arrested on charges of sex crimes with a minor. 34-year-old Josue Garigga is facing charges of lewd behavior and obscene communication traveling to meet a minor. The judge set Garigga's bond at $375,000, and Garigga was one of the officers involved in the use of force arrest of Lakean Woods last September. Garigga's next court date is April 23rd. Our Renata DeGregorio is at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office tonight, joining us live now with an exclusive interview with Sheriff T.K. on Garigga's arrest. Renata joins us now with more.
Heather, we are live right now with Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. in his office here, and we'll just go ahead and start right off, Sheriff. So
Sure.
The first question that we wanted to ask was, Officer Garigga was involved in multiple different controversial incidents in his years at JSO before his arrest. There are many people in the community who we're hearing from who are expressing frustration over this. So do you believe JSO can do more when it comes to accountability?
First of all, let's rewind just a little bit. You said controversial. When we talk about officer-involved shootings and these incidents, there was not that case was not illegal. He was defending his own life. The state attorney reviewed the case. They make the prosecutorial decisions on whether or not a case is legal or not.
As the Jamie Johnson case.
Correct? That's correct. The Jamie Johnson case. That case was not illegal. Like I've always said, use of force is a tough thing, especially deadly force. It's a tough thing, especially for people to see. So when you say multiple incidents, there was another incident with Lakean Woods. That's one of the ones you're asking about. Again, not illegal. You can't have a unit or people that are concerned about crime in our community, gang violence, because people ask me about it all the time, and have a unit that is there to address those issues. And when tough things happen, expect us to immediately fire someone without an investigation. Investigation process went through. They were cleared of any wrongdoing. As a matter of fact, I believe they called on, the activists called on the Department of Justice to be involved. They did. And guess what they said? There was nothing illegal about what had taken place. So you can't fire someone or remove someone from their job for not doing anything illegal or doing anything wrong, no matter how hard it is to see. That's one of the points I wanted to get across.
And when was JSO made aware of the investigation into Garigga?
I don't want to say that because this is a Clay County investigation, but we were made aware of it, yes.
The second question kind of related to that, if you can answer this, was just how long he had been continuing to be on the force while the investigation was going on.
I can't address that either, but what I can say, we knew there was no danger to the public. These incidents, or the alleged incidents, did not occur while he was working that we know of, and they had nothing to do with his everyday duties at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Also, during the process of a case like this, we have to give the Clay County Sheriff's Office the opportunity to work the case, and that's what they were doing in the process.
And Sheriff, you've been pretty vocal recently about multiple cases with JSO's credibility being impacted in public, specifically thinking of the settlement with Jamie Johnson's family, and then the Emma Jean King's claims about JSO during that car crash. So what do you believe that Garigga's arrest will do to that credibility, and how do you hope to restore it?
You know what I think that Garigga's arrest will do? It will show that it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what's happening. We are honest, we are forthcoming. We worked with our partners over in Clay County to make sure that we were able to get everything that was needed for this to happen. And I think it's going to show, honestly speaking, I think it's going to show our willingness to stand up. You know, I just came from Tallahassee. I was in Tallahassee all day taking care of a previous engagement, but I want to come and address these things because, just as you said, I am out front, very aware and very open about dealing with issues that arise. So I wanted to bring you in and answer these questions.
And I know JSO has arrested a number of its own officers, even just this year. And since Clay County was the one who arrested Officer Garigga, will any changes take place with how JSO investigates its own employees?
No, because we do a very good job of investigating our own employees, one. Two, this incident didn't happen in Jacksonville, it happened in Clay County. So the appropriate law enforcement agency investigated the case and made the arrest. with our assistance when asked. And it's simple. If the case had happened here and he lived in Clay County, then we would investigate the case and we'd go to Clay County with them to make sure that it was handled properly. Because it was outside of Jacksonville, we let the appropriate agency work those cases because that's the right thing to do. That's how those cases are handled.
And did he live in Clay County or he was local to Jacksonville?
Yeah, he does not live in Clay County.
Okay.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Yeah, thank you, Sheriff. That's actually all of our questions.
Is that it?
There's nothing else you wanted to add either?
No, that's it.
Okay, thank you for your time.
No, sure, no problem. Absolutely.
All right, we're going to send things back to you in the studio.
Nader D. Gregorio there with a live exclusive interview with Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters as he's addressing the arrest of an officer who has now resigned, Josue Garigga. You can read a lot more about that case right now in the First Coast News app.
That's right, and we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.